A Lotus friend, who lives in a suburban village near Taichung, named Lin Sai. Because her husband is nicknamed Ajahn, everyone calls her Ajahn Sao. At the age of 64, she goes to the library and Lotus Temple to listen to Dharma every Wednesday and Saturday. She only chants Buddha in the morning and evening class. She has a daughter, Alan, who was married at 18 and gave birth to a boy named Ada. 13 years ago, when Ada was 3 years old, one day, he was playing at the door. A sow suddenly came and knocked him down. Since that day, he developed a high fever and was in a coma. According to a doctor's diagnosis, it was meningitis. Both Chinese and Western medicines had no effect on him. He was deceased 20 days later, breathing his last at about 8 p.m. His family put Aiden on the floor of the hall and covered him with a rag bag. The death certificate was also prepared. He was scheduled to be buried the next morning. Ajahn Sao saw her grandson died and was very distressed. She was still chanting Buddha in that evening, but sadness was unstoppable. She cried while prayed to the Buddha, Amitabha, Avalokitesvara, why don't you bless me? In this neighborhood, only I believe in Buddha and chant Buddha. Everyone laughs at me that why the poor believe in Buddha and chant Buddha. They will laugh at me even more in the future. Buddha, why don't you bless me? Ajahn Sao burst into tears and went to bed when she was drowsy. Thinking a lovely grandson had died, she turned over and could not sleep. After about 4 o'clock, suddenly, she saw a golden ray, shooting into the hall from the void. It was so bright, brilliant, and inconceivable. In an instant, she suddenly heard that Ada, who had been silent for 20 days, with stiff hands and feet, cried out loud. Ajahn Sao and her daughter Alan quickly went to see and saw that Ada had pulled the bag open with hands. They held him up in surprise, pouring a little boiling water into his mouth, and he drank it. It was so unbelievable. In the next morning, they took Ada to the town to see the doctor again. The doctor felt strange. How could a dead be revived? He asked them to hurry to Taichung Provincial Hospital. At that time, Ajahn Sao asked me to help accompany them to the hospital. Ada was then sent to the pediatric ward of Taichung Hospital. Ajahn Sao looked at dozens of children with meningitis in the hospital. Some of their eyes were slanted, and some of their arms and feet were not movable. She felt so sad when sighting these disabled children. Then I inquired about them. Most of them had been admitted to the hospital between 6 months and 2 years but were still in poor condition. The doctor diagnosed Ada, who must be hospitalized for at least 4 months. It was not insurable whether he can recover. Ajahn Sao said to me, my family's financial situation doesn't allow for hospitalization 4 months. I persuaded her and said, Ajahn Sao, he was blessed by you and got sheltered by the Buddha, then he could revive from death. I think he will recover, as long as we give him treatment at our best on one hand, and devoutly pray to the Buddha for blessings on the other hand. We can only submit to the will of heaven. Ajahn Sao was still hesitant, and finally, I persuaded her to stay for 2 weeks. Ada will leave the hospital either he is cured or he isn't. But you must stay with Ada and chant Buddha and shouldn't interrupt. Finally, Ajahn Sao was persuaded by me and applied for the hospitalization procedures. After the good treatment during hospitalization, his fever gradually reduced. Originally, his eyes couldn't see people but recovered gradually. Then, he could speak slowly and called the names of his loved ones more clearly. After a week, Ajahn Sao wanted to go home and asked Talon to replace the caregiver. But it was strange, as soon as Ajahn Sao left the hospital, Ada's illness got worsened. He was in a coma again, his mouth was bleeding, and the doctor put a cotton tampon between the upper and lower teeth. When Ajahn Sao returned home, her son-in-law saw her and said, Mom, why do you return home? Hurry up, go back. When Ajahn Sao returned to the hospital, seeing the symptom of her grandson became severe, she sat beside him and chanted Buddha sincerely. Then a miracle happened once again. Truthfully, it was a grand name with thousands of virtues, and it was incomparably efficacious. After she chanted for half an hour, Ada fell asleep deeply. When he woke up, the severe symptom had been eased. The power of Dharma is amazingly boundless. Ajahn Sao went back and forth only for 3 hours. When she was not chanting Buddha next to Ada, whose condition got worsened. Once she came back and chanted Buddha, he recovered to normal day by day. After a very smooth treatment, by the 13th day, as a result, Ada had passed the life and death crisis, and the doctor announced that he could leave the hospital the next day. Before Ada left the hospital, the doctor came to see Ada and kept murmuring, "It's so strange. Why does the most severe patient recover the fastest?" Then he asked Ajahn Sao, "What do you keep saying in your mouth?" "Chant Amitabha Buddha," she said. The doctor heard and said, "My mother is also a vegetarian. It has been 20 to 30 years. Why doesn't she chant Amitabha?" Time is like an arrow, and in a blink of an eye, Ada is already 17 years old this year. He works hard on weekdays and is obedient to the elders. He is a righteous and courteous youth. This holy name surpassed science. Looked at the diagnosis of doctors who have studied science for decades. The doctor required him to be hospitalized for 4 months and was still uncertain if he can recover. A holy name of Amitabha Buddha eliminated his misfortune, and changed his destiny to auspiciousness. But some people may doubt, do you not die if you chant the Buddha? Although I dare not assert that way, because there is always death in life. However, it's said, devoutly chanting a phrase of Amitabha Buddha can eliminate the sin of death, as long as the person upholds the Buddha name wholeheartedly. If one doesn't uphold Buddha's name truthfully, the Buddha did not respond, who else should be complained?